Sterlistaire coming to you with another commentary, school project kind of going thing here. I have a huge science just cluster. It's a Rube Goldberg machine along with a model of the respiratory system and a giant albino primate. I'm not sure how this guy was supposed to turn out, but this is Freddie, and this is how he has ended up, with a green shirt and a nice collar. But so let's get right in here. Let me start explaining what everything's going on here. So, like I said, this is a model of the respiratory system, and for those of you who don't know, the respiratory system consists of, basically your head and lungs. A lot of stuff goes on in your head, and I'll get to that later, and a lot of stuff goes on in your lungs, and your lungs are your main organs of the respiratory system. And that's really it. There's not really anything down below your chest. But nevertheless, one of the most important systems we have. Okay, so this is, like I said, a model, and you can see where I have it cut out with glass here to see the inside of this guy's chest, his lungs. We have got the right and the left lung, and the right lung, so your left, has the actual lung. That's what an actual lung will look like. It'll have these paths going through it. It's not just a big hollow sac, contrary to popular belief. It's actually got all these tunnels going through it, and those tunnels lead to these things called alveoli, okay? These alveoli are like balloons. They fill up with air, and then when all the oxygen has been permeated, it releases that air and pushes it back up, okay? So, what's it do when it gets rid of the oxygen? Well, if we can see right above this red blood cell, there's an alveoli. I didn't really mark it, but that's there, okay? And this red blood cell is built 10 million times its actual size to show for this demonstration. This red blood cell is filled with this bad gas, okay? It's already used it. It's got to go. So what happens is this alveoli permeates the oxygen through the red blood cell, through the cell wall, through everything into the cell to replace the old gases. Okay, once the old gases come out, it is exhaled by your diaphragm muscles here. Okay, so that's just about it. Let me just go ahead and refill this here. Getting text messages left and right. Okay, so now let me tell you guys a little bit about the human respiratory system before I get into the Rube Goldberg device. The respiratory system is a great device. Obviously, it's a hugely important system, like I was saying earlier. It consists of all these organs I was mentioning. But why do we bring it? Why do we breathe in air? I mean, we don't just convince air to get inside of us, right? No. Because of the air pressure that changes, it goes to lower pressure, our body feels like we need more oxygen, obviously. So we take a deep breath, okay? And your muscles expand so that everything goes out and you're breathing in. That's kind of backwards because you think if you're breathing in, you're tightening. But no, you're actually expanding your chest and your lungs, okay? So that fills with air. And then when all the air needs to come back up, you breathe out, and that contracts your diaphragm. And your diaphragm, by the way, is just your chest cavity. Okay, by contracting your diaphragm, it pushes all the muscles into the lungs, which squeezes the lungs like a balloon, I guess you could say, and all the air just comes right back out. Okay, so that's how that works. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll get into the Rube Goldberg device. Okay, so this is obviously made with Minecraft, and with Minecraft, you're very limited. I can't exactly show air in Minecraft, can I? No. So for air, we've been using water. When I say air, I mean mainly oxygen, but you've got nitrogen in there, you've got everything else. Okay, and the bad used gases are lava. Awesome. Let me just set the time here. Awesome. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to push a switch, and water, oxygen, is going to flow from the nostrils into the mouth, okay? Because your respiratory system is awesome. You can inhale through your nose, or you can inhale through your mouth. It all connects to the same pipes back in the back, which I'll get to later. It's just that your nose is a little bit more complicated because obviously you can't smell things with your mouth, right? Okay, so anyways, they are flowing from the nostrils, as you can see, but that's only because I couldn't exactly just make water appear out of thin air. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So water's going to flow out, go through, fall down the trachea, the larynx, the bronchi. I said those out of order, but I will get to those when we get there. Then it comes down to the lungs, okay? It gets split by the bronchi and comes into the left and right lungs. And once it gets into the right lung here, it comes down, waits at this glass block that you can see being held by the piston. And at that exact moment, or a few seconds later, I'm not too sure, that piston moves, brings the glass back, shoots a stream of oxygen, aka water, through. The piston closes back. That water stream pushes the boat. The boat hits the pressure plate. The pressure plate then triggers a piston that holds this water in the left lung. That water, aka oxygen, flows down into the red blood cell, relinquishes the old gases, and fills up the blood cell. And that's basically it. And that shows us how you get oxygen in, it permeates through into the red blood cell, it gets split by your bronchi, it goes through the larynx and the trachea. And this is your trachea here, okay? This is your bronchi. You can tell it's your bronchi because it splits, okay? It's going to take the oxygen and split it into each lung. Your trachea is just pretty much your throat. And then you can see here I've set up a side view of this guy's jaw / mouth / neck. Okay, so this is his mouth. It's going to come through here, drop down his larynx, and come back into the, I guess you could call it larynx / trachea, kind of a transition point. Flows down, and then, like I said, into the trachea. So let's go ahead and get started here. And, yep, this is definitely pretty neat, you guys. Get ready. Alright, and this guy is now exhaling the bad gases. So let me go ahead and get this lava cleaned up here, and I'll come back behind the scenes and give you guys some insight if you're interested in all that. And that is a wrap, you guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, thanks for liking. Hope you guys learned a lot from the respiratory diagram, model, Freddie, anything. If you have any questions, any concerns, any corrections, make sure to put them down in the comments there so that I can look at them. And if you guys want a world download for any personal use, anything like that, I'm cool with putting one of those up. You guys just let me know. This was a really fun project. I'm glad you guys were able to watch it. And thanks, guys. This has been Sterlistaire.